Top aides from the US and China during their meeting in Rome also discussed the ongoing war in Ukraine. During roughly 7 hours of talks, Washington warned Beijing that any support for Russia will result in serious consequences. Suk-hyen reports.
During an intense 7-hour meeting, Washington has expressed deep concerns over Beijing's alignment with Russia. U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan met with China's top diplomat Yang Jiechi on Monday to discuss a range of challenges, including Russia's ongoing war in Ukraine. At their meeting in Rome, Sullivan warned the top Chinese official that any support for Russia, even helping it avert global sanctions, would be costly. Shortly after their talks ended, the U.S. State Department said that the National Security Advisor and their delegation were direct about those concerns.
We've made very clear that any country that would seek to attempt to bail Russia out of this economic, financial morass will be met with consequences. We will ensure that no country is able to get away with such a thing.
This comes after reports were made that Russia requested military and financial assistance from China to support its ongoing war in Ukraine. While Beijing has denied this, the U.S. informed allies in NATO and several Asian countries that China had signaled its willingness to provide assistance. On the use of chemical weapons, Washington reiterated there would be a severe price if Russia were to use them in Ukraine.
That would be a conversation that we would have with our partners around the world, but there's no question if Russia were to decide to use chemical weapons, there would be a severe reaction from the global community.
Meanwhile, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres said that the prospects of a nuclear conflict is within the realm of possibility as Russia continues its unprovoked invasion of Ukraine. On Monday, heavy explosions were heard in and around the capital Kyiv, with the shelling of a residential building that killed at least one and injured several more. Also on the same day, a convoy of 160 cars was allowed to escape the besieged port city Mariupol, home to the worst humanitarian crisis of the conflict. It's the first time a humanitarian corridor was used to let civilians flee the city amid horrifying conditions. So far, more than 600 fatalities have been confirmed in the last 3 weeks, and almost 3 million refugees have fled for neighboring countries since the start of the invasion. Suk-hyen, Arirang News.